Hi, this is my first video I've posted in quite some time. I started on YouTube back in 2011. Didn't know what I was going to do. I was all over the place, just pretty much not sure. Um, I've grown a lot since then. First and foremost, hi, my name is Veronica. I am a crafter. Um, Anything you like to read, mostly, know about me, it's in my bio. But in the gist of it, I am a crafter. I like to DIY. I like Barbie dolls. I collect them. Um, I work in social service, which I love. I work with at-risk kids. Um, I say a lot, so that's me. That this what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be about me and who I am and what I do, not in a selfish manner. And most importantly, I am a Christian, which I am not ashamed of. I will share things. I don't believe in forcing because the Lord doesn't force, but I do share, and it's up to anyone if they want to receive. Um, I will share some things that the Lord revealed to me, with me about. That's because that's a part of who I am. That's the most important part of who I am. That's the reason I'm alive. I exist. Without Him, I can't. I wouldn't even be here. Which I'm gonna share down the road in other videos. I like building furniture. Um, I'm a wife, a mother, been married 30 plus years. Okay, something, I don't know. Love my family. I'm a grandmother. I um, I mentioned being DIY crafter, but I tend to start and be near the end and don't finish. So I'm working on that. There's some projects in my house that's right there. And I don't know why I do that, but hey, um, still a part of me. And stick with me, you'll see me grow out of that. Because I'm an avid believer in change. Because that's what the Lord does. He's about changing us for the better. Anything that helps us and helps our life to better, that's who God is. You know, He doesn't want no harm for us. So it's for the better. But He doesn't force Himself on you. He does it out of love and grace and mercy. And I get more into that because I love talking about that. My grandchildren are very important part of my life, as well as my children, my husband, of course. Um, I don't have many circle of friends. I've been hurt and burned in the past, and I've just recently prayed and asked the Lord to send me friends. So I leave it in His hands. They're going to be good friends. So go along with me in that journey. Again, here I'm saying but anyway, that's who I am. But I work with at-risk youth, which I won't disclose too much on that, especially where I work, but I do work with at-risk youth. And what does at-risk mean? That means that they're in some certain situations at home, or it could be a dropout of school. They can be involved in a gang. They could be involved in trouble, or whatever the case may be. And I'm there to support them, be their advocate, and help them. Over the years, I've had some ministering to them, some become Christians, and it was awesome. And I do share, and sometimes they listen. Most time they listen because I minister it in a way where it's not demeaning. That's not. If you look at Jesus Christ, he never ministered to anyone in a demeaning fashion. So that's the approach I try to use with the kids. But I love what I do. I absolutely love it. Um, my husband is retired. One, our children, we have two boys, um, and I have a daughter from a previous relationship. She lives in South Carolina. God is still working on that. And our children, our two sons, one lives in Ohio and the other lives where we are, in Georgia. Um, Ohio is my original hometown. Cleveland, Ohio is my original hometown. Um, I'm a Clevelander, but Georgia has been my home for my husband's retired military. Georgia's been my home more than Cleveland was my home. I left there when I was 18 to join the Army. I spent maybe 8 years altogether, but I left Cleveland because the area I was in and the trouble I was getting into, um, it was live or die. So I chose to just leave and live and show my children better because it was just the area. It's not Cleveland. It was just the area I was in that was, drug related, gang activities. I wanted my children to know different. And so I left. You may agree or disagree with me, but that was my choice for me and my family. That's pretty much me. And I'm glad to be back. I made the decision to do YouTube because I'm trying to retire in the next several years. I'm trying my best to retire, and hopefully YouTube will be a means of retirement, not just for me. My husband is semi-retired. He retired from the military, but he works part-time now. He's an avid golfer. He loves golf and he loves fishing. So and I love doing things for my grandchildren, for my family. So I want to build a revenue of finances for not just myself, but for my family. And if any of them need some help or anyone need help, God says for us to be, He'll bless us to bless others. I want to be able to bless others, not just my family, but others. So that's pretty much the gist of who I am. By the time I post this, Christmas will be over, so merry belated Christmas. Okay? But I really appreciate if you would follow me and just welcome to my channel and have a blessed day.